everyone. So you might be thinking, where are you in the world? This doesn't look like Birmingham. What's happened? So a few months ago, I met Steve at Black Deer Festival. We were watching someone amazing on stage. We were having a little dance, and I don't think I mentioned at the time. I think I emailed you after, and I was I'm doing this thing with Andertons. Do you want to come on? A little bit of time passed, and then I get a text, and then I get a call, and I'm thinking, right, unknown number, wouldn't normally pick it up. It's Steve going,
God, you were brave.
I know. I was like,
man, I don't do it.
I hear an American voice. I'm like, what's going on here? And it was Steve very kindly inviting me down to his studio in Cornwall. So we're in Cornwall at the minute. I feel like you don't do this very often. You don't do a lot of interviews and things like that.
No more.
Never.
No.
So this is really kind of you to open this up to us. And I have to say, so I'm here with my friend Ollie. He's over there. We've just stepped into the studio, and it is like stepping back in time. It is so, so cool. And yeah, we're going to give you a really special look at what's going on down here. And this is like, any tech heads, this is your absolute dream. And there's just such a lovely vibe here.
And it's Nerdsville.
It's Nerdsville.
Circa 1960, 70.
1960. So are you ready to get into it?
Sure thing.
Yes,
sure thing.
Thank you.
All right. Well, most of the stuff in here is like real old, and I try to record everything like I always did. Like, I don't know how to do a computer, so this is my only choice, is doing things on tape. So, but like here, this here thing is what I use mostly is a 16-track 2-inch tape. It's an old 3M. So, you know, just record it on tape, and then. And these are what I mix onto when I'm doing that here. So this here is an old Ampex from the 50s. It's a tube tape machine, but like I was saying earlier, like pretty much every record you heard up until like 1970 was mixed on one of these.
So Jimi Hendrix.
Because they were pretty much in every, at least in America, in every studio. So, and then they became a solid state one, and then later they went to, this is Ampex 2, they went to this, but this is like a solid state, but an amazing tape machine. So it's a little bit newer. And then a lot of the, just, you know, it's just like, this is an old Neve mixing console from 1970. And, you know, the thing with this old stuff is, and that's why they make all those plugins and stuff like that to copy it, it's because it sounds good. You know, but they're just hard to find. But I don't know how to use a computer. The first time I ever was worked in a studio was in 1967. So I started learning a little bit way back then, and so I just use this.
The old school is the best school, Steve.
Yeah, you know, and this is like an old tube mixer, but it sounds amazing. And these are all like come out of old Ampex tape recorders, and I have them fixed up so I can use them for microphones. Wow. You know, and this is all like old alt tech stuff that I use, you know, and I mean, you can nerd in here for a while, but I know that it's like a lot of, you know, old stuff and stuff, but I don't actually think of it as old. Only when other people come in.
You're like, this is just the good stuff.
Yeah, this is just, for me, it's just, and also they're tools, you know, that I sit in here and I work. You know, we make, every record I made here, you know, most of it.
I like that. It says, are we having any fun yet?
Yeah. You know, and it's just like, there's just so much junk in here, but.
And Steve was saying that, so he's very kindly let us in his house for a tea, and that's actually where the recording happens. So you can play in there in a relaxed environment, and then everything is hooked up to the studio, so that you don't feel like you're in a recording studio. You just relax. There's no pressure. There's no red light fever of like, right, you've got to get this, because you're in your living room on your comfy chair, getting your best bits.
The only thing I've had a little problem with lately is that it's not a problem really, but I don't usually have anyone to help me, so it's me and Dan, and they're recording.
Running.
So I press record and then run over there, and then I'm like out of breath.
You're like, go, go, go! We got a good one.
But we don't care too much, and usually with us, it's like 1 or 2 takes, and after that it starts going downhill. So there's not a lot of
the early stuff's the best.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's lack of staying ability. It's like and you just you just try to make it cozy for yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
You feel more relaxed, then you can be more honest, get your best work out.
Like ain't nobody telling me when to stop or start or anything.
It just feels right, just do it. It is amazing because it's like a lifetime's worth of history, moments, and I think there is a magic to just being surrounded by it all. I know there'll be people watching that love the digital side of things and that you can have it all on your laptop, but it just feels nice to be.
Probably if I was a young person.
Do you think you'd be?
Maybe, I don't know. It was way too late. By the time that stuff comes, it was way too late. Plus, I'm a little bit dumb that way, so I'm struggling with the email.
But when we look at this stuff, like me and Al, to be fair, you did engineering, so you probably would be able to do it all. But I'm like I would need, baby's first guide to tape because I'd be like, how do you do this? But it's so cool, so interesting to see.
The thing about tape, there's a lot. They're getting really good now at they're really close to being able to replicate how good tape sounds with. They have the best ones I've heard is these burls. They're digital recorders, or I don't know what they call, but they fooled me completely. But
right.
and so because the tape, it's hardly anyone use it no more. Mm-hmm. Like I talk to my friends in America and stuff, and they even my buddies in Nashville, they can't even remember the last time they did a tape session, even if they have a tape recorder, because hardly no one's interested in doing it no more. Partly because it costs, tape costs so much, but people, even like my friends who are really good with tape, they, it's so much faster with a computer. Yeah. And now that it sounds so good, where you can hardly hear the difference, whatever, maybe it doesn't matter anymore, but for me it does, and I know that it sounds good on the tape. Tape does something, that, pretty hard to replicate with a computer, but they've gotten real good. But, it's, I don't know, it's the organic process. I love, recording on tape and editing.
There's something about touching it, I think. With all of these things, everything that you've got around you, it's it all adds textures to your day, your life, your music, and it's nice to. I think you need the layers of it it feels enriched in some way.
You get to do things, use your hands, and it's an organic process. I don't know.
Speaking of, go on. What were you going to say?
I said I don't know how long I'm going to do it anymore, but I don't know.
Forever, Steve.
Yeah,
You've got to keep treating us to good music.
Uh-huh.
Well, speaking of using your hands, we're going to have a little look at some guitars that you've made.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, let's do that.
Guitars. That was loosely used word there.
Let's have a little look. I want to hear what they sound like. So this is from a beer.
Yeah, actually Jack White gave me this hubcap.
Wow.
And and then he gave me the hubcap, and then where I was staying out there in California, there's a garden. This was a garden hole that was down in the basement, and this is just flipping hamburgers, and then I just kind of put some guitar tuners up. That's from there was an old junkyard, and I went around and dug in the mud and found an old bolt there, engine bolts. And then I always, for the most part, I like them old Harmony pickups. I've been using them since I was a kid. And this is Christmas decorations, just to.
So you've got a bit of Jack White, bit of Christmas fun, bit of festivity.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Do you play a bit of Seven Nation Army?
I haven't figured that one out yet. No,
that's so cool.
So I use this all the time. We just use it.
Nice.
It's got built-in overdrive.
It does. It's got the crunch we want.
Because everything's loose, so it got its own distortion. Check it out. Yeah. So.
Have you ever made guitars for other people? Do people say to you, Steve, I want you to...
Nope.
Really?
I don't make good guitars. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be humble. These are really not good. And
but they're very, very cool. I mean, I've never met anyone that does this. This is a proper one-off.
So this one here, my son used to play with me, and then he used to play the washboard just like this, and then he moved, you know, he got married and had kids, and this was hanging, just the washboard was hanging in my house, and the sides was coming off. So I went out in my garage out there to glue it back together, and I kept looking at it. I was like, man, I don't know, I think I... And then I remembered I had this old banjo neck up here. And I thought, I wonder if I could stick it on there.
Put a bit of glitter on it.
Yeah, you know, got to decorate. And
bit
also,
of glam.
And then I made the back. I had this old Mississippi license plate and an old doorknob thing to hold it together. And I didn't know, and I just wanted one string. And I didn't, I'll try, maybe I will turn it on to play this one for you, or make some noise. Because when I made it, I had no idea what it was. I mean, I didn't.
What do you play with one string then, Steve?
I'm going to show you, but I took it in the house where you guys just were, and I plugged it in and went bang, and it almost blew out the windows. I went, oh, wow. So, but I play it kind of weird. I play it with a thimble. I don't know, is it? Oh, yeah. And they slide, you know. So you can go like. Like that. That's what you can do with one string.
Wow. Okay. So guys, for people that are watching that are like, oh, you need, you know, I need a 12 string. I need to know all these different scales. You need one string and a washboard and a little bit of soul and you'll be absolutely fine. And a thimble. Don't forget your thimble.
Yeah, the thimbles.
The thimble's key.
Very important and very dangerous too, because sometimes when we're playing, I get so wild, the thimble could fly off and maybe hit somebody in the head.
It's a health and safety
issue. It is. And I warn people too before. I used to put a Band-Aid on my finger around the thimble just to protect people from me. So there's that. And then.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I play these I haven't played this one lately, but all these ones, just when we played on the weekend, I play them all.
The thing is, Steve, it sounds really rich because obviously it's still your fingers, isn't it? It sounds really cool.
Sorry about that.
No, it's right. Where do you want this one?
Let's see. How about there? This one I made out of a license plate. I think there's not much else there.
So it's got some
$2 bill, yeah, for good. I don't know. Back in the day, if you had a $2 bill in your wallet, you had good luck, you know. So I always carry a $2 bill with me.
We'll have to remember that all.
Yeah, and then my little voodoo doll. I don't believe in voodoo, but the guitars do.
Okay, the guitars do.
Yeah, or guitars. That's why this is so funny to me, because this is. I don't know what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I call this a guitar. Probably not, huh?
It's a 4-stringed creation.
Let's see, what did I do with the plug? Oh, yeah.
You know what? In the last few videos, I feel like we've been tapping into like some kind of weird voodoo mystical stuff, because I saw Doug Aldrich and he told me that he'd done a Ouija board and it was spelled out like Richie Blackmore or something, and then we've come to you today and you're like, this is my voodoo doll.
That one got a voodoo doll in it too, the cigar box, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is really bad. It's just a piece of wood, square. Yeah. There's no neck. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a neck, I guess. So. You know, it's just like that kind of stuff. but loud. You know, when we do it really loud, we do it on. People are going to go like, what?
I love it. I'm just thinking, Steve, you know, for the guitar nerds that complain about like their neck profile and how it's done, you're like, no, this is fine. So guys, if you're moaning about, you know, your guitar neck profile, just stop it. Because you can play with this. Thank you.
Certainly not a V profile neck, is it?
I've never held anything like this ever.
And
This
you
is
can't.
so
You can
cool.
only play it with a slide.
Oh, so you can't. I wouldn't be able to play it.
Because it don't. You can't get down. It don't go down.
It doesn't go down. You can't
No.
touch the.
No.
So you've got your voodoo doll. Did you make the voodoo doll?
No.
Where are you getting them from?
Someone
Steve?
gave me that voodoo doll, but I don't remember quite where.
Spooky.
Yeah, it's spooky.
It's
My other
spooky.
voodoo doll in a cigar box I got in New Orleans.
Wow. This is so cool.
And it's light.
It is. Listen, it's not a Les Paul. It's not going to break your back.
No.
You can't touch the fretboard,
And it's cheap.
but you're not going to get any back injuries. You'll never need a chiropractor.
No.
And if you run out of money,
You
it's
can.
there.
Yeah. Or if you get cold, you can burn it. It's just firewood. Matter of fact, when my son was a guitar tech, he'd have a sign by the, you know, where the guitars were, it said firewood,
Just in case.
in case somebody wanted to buy some
It'll
firewood.
be good in the zombie apocalypse. There you go, Steve. Nice. So we've got, and then you've got some other ones down. Like, what is this one?
This one is just like a normal. It's a you know, normal 6-string guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Someone gave me this piece of driftwood, and then I took these pickups off a Harmony Rocket, and then I had these oil cans. This is a beer can, but this old Shell oil can, and some other beer can stuff, and this was another one where I had a neck. I had this neck. It's an old Dan Electro neck. I've had it like for 40 years and I never could find anything that would fit on it. So then when I made this, I didn't have a neck. I had another neck. I didn't like it. And I went, man, I know I got this neck somewhere. So then but this is sort of normal.
What's this set to here? What have you taken?
To the all pickup. So I use it set to all. It's very.
I like the way you tape that. It's just like, yep, there's actually no.
Yeah, because
option.
I would hit it, you know, and then change it, and then I just use these to. Actually, I don't hardly use them, to be honest. Just leave them kind of full blast.
Can we hear it?
Yeah.
Get it on.
Get it on. People are going to be very disappointed. Just like a normal.
Sounds nice.
This one you could.
I like that.
Sounds alive.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's wood.
It's got some belly in
This
it.
is a seat belt.
A seatbelt. Safety first, kids. Safety first. Oh, it's got a really nice tone, actually.
The intonation ain't exactly amazing, but it, you know. But I love those pickups, you know.
They're really nice.
Yeah, I do. I think they make them again. Someone told me.
I feel like
These
this
are
is-
like from the 50s and 60s, you
It's
know.
probably the most gentle this guitar's ever been played, Steve.
That's what I like.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to take this home. Steve's now our favourite Lucia. It sounds really good. And what are we playing through?
It's an old Harvard amp.
Yeah, it's
sort of.
That's an old.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've had that amp someone gave it to me for free, I don't know, 40 something, but it didn't have no speaker in it. But actually, and then I found the speakers that goes in there. I found one that went in there, so I've kept this thing for a long time.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
Oh, I love this guitar.
God,
this is my fave so far.
I'm impressed. Well, it's the only one that is a guitar so far.
I also like the voodoo box.
I just want,
Cool,
I'm not gonna. I just wanted to see. That's the other voodoo doll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a little heart. No pin in it. Because,
No, this is for good voodoo.
Yeah, that's what we
stuff.
want. Good energy only.
Yeah.
I like that, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh.
Do.
I use this. This is kind of.
I'm
This.
just going to pull your microphone up, Steve, I think, because I think it's falling down a little bit.
Yeah, you do
I'm just going
whatever.
to put it a bit higher up. That's it. There we go.
And then I have. I mean, all my stuff is just kind of pretty bad. This is what.
Oh, that's the one. Isn't
This is the guitar I got famous playing with on the Jules Holland show. That's how I got to do anything. And this is a guitar that I don't know what it is. It just says Japan on the back there. But it's like, I got it from a buddy of mine in Mississippi. And it only had these 3 strings on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all in the wrong place.
They are.
It's all wrong. And I think what happened, he found it at a Goodwill store,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just in there. He buys junk. He buys anything. He bought this thing at the Goodwill, and I think probably what happened was a little kid had it,
Mm-hmm.
and then as the strings broke and
They were just like, oh, throw it away.
yeah, or move it going over there and move it over there because it. So I never really had no intention of playing it when I bought it. I just bought it to mess with my buddy, because he was telling me what a great guitar it was going to be when I got 6 strings on it.
And you're like, screw the other 3.
This
We don't
guitar
need
was
them.
never going to be a great guitar no matter what you did. But anyway, it's yeah. So I play this one a lot, every night when we play. But you play it kind of different I used to do a lot of busking when I was a kid, and so I would break strings and not have no money to get another string. So then you either figure out what to do or you don't eat.
Yeah.
So I figured out real quick I could play with any kind of string. So I could play something.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about playing good. I'm just talking about playing. So. That's what you can do with 3 strings.
It sounds great. It sounds groovy. Steve, what's this thing here? What have we got here?
That amp?
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those before.
It's an old Selmer Zodiac, and it's a really cool amp. I can get this thing out of the way.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, they're made in England. They're kind of like the same time when Vox, they were like with kind of the competitors to Vox AC30s.
Cool.
So that's I think it's called a Twin 30 or something like that. But they got the alligator,
Yes, that is really unique.
Yeah, and it sounds good. I use it a lot when I'm recording. And yeah, so it's a Selmer. Yeah.
Wow.
But they're English, they're from here,
Best of Britain.
And they have a bigger one. It's called a Twin 50. They made bass amps. I think they made lots of different kinds, but these ones is really cool sounding. So I use it kind of a lot for stuff like that.
Nice.
There's a guitar. That's an old harmony guitar.
I like the way if it's got 6 strings,
Yeah,
you're like, we'll give it to her.
Yeah. You know, I never really thought of myself as a blues player at all. I thought, you know, when no one's asking you what you play, then you don't think much about it.
Yeah, you're just
know?
like, I just play what
I play, and then when I started playing, because I played the boogie on the Jules Holland, and people say, "Oh, you play blues?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do," because I kind of, I mean, I grew up with that kind of music, but I like country music, you know, just the same, you know. So I was a little bit, I mean, wasn't trying to be like, you know, cagey or anything. I was like, I do, and so what I did though, I stayed away from playing blues festivals. I never played any.
You don't want to put yourself in a box, do you, where it's just one thing.
But I didn't even know I didn't want to do that. I just somehow, and then I ended up getting to play all the rock festivals.
It's more fun, isn't
You know,
it?
Glastonbury and Reading, Leeds, I've played them all.
Have you
know.
played Download Festival?
And that's the only one I haven't played.
You know what, Steve? We need to get Steve on at Download, because I feel like people will go mental for that, and they are in the best mood at Download, aren't they? Like, it's like heavy rockers wearing all the metal, and they're just like the cuddliest, loveliest crowd you'll ever meet, ever.
They're cool, huh?
I've been singing, babe. Got this all up on a shelf. No, he can never love me. Can't even love himself. I want someone to love me. Better, I want him to understand.
There you go, girl.
Won't put himself above me, but can love me like a man. I never seen such losers. Don't think I haven't tried. Find a man to take me home instead of always for a ride. Are you someone who cares? Believe me when I tell you, darling, you can love me like a man.
I sure like how you sang.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Steve, that was so fun. You're really fun to jam with. I bet your friends come round and they're just like, and again.
I never jam.
Do you not? Mm-mm. Really? Mm-mm. This feels like a rare occasion.
I'm telling you. Well, there ain't no one around here anyway, so it's hard to jam when there's no one around.
You can't jam with the sheep.
No, the sheep, bad.
Just bad.
Bad. They're so bad to the bone.
Do you play that?
No, I don't play anything.
No. When you pick up a guitar, what's your favourite thing to play? What do you go to?
I usually play like a lot of country music, you know, or just, you know, guitar picking, like, you know, I do. You know what it is? Partly what it is like I, I play like, I play a lot of my own songs because I realize I've played people's songs all my life. But I realize if I don't get down and play what songs I'm making myself, it's going to be over pretty soon. I need to kind of like, do what I like doing, So I write a lot of songs for my wife and sit down and play that. Or I'll play like really old, like country music and stuff like that, or old blues, But like I mostly play like country blues. Like I play a lot of stuff with like old steel guitars like that. So I'll sit around. This is actually what I do the most, just play like this kind of stuff, I just play like country music like that, country blues.
It's nice. I feel like it transports me to a different time. Like I feel so English right now, and like that makes me feel like I'm like in some cool like American farm, like I've lived there for 100 years. Like that's the best thing about music, is that it just like in an instant you're like, I'm not where I am right now, I'm transported to somewhere else. It's so cool.
I like got to hear all these old guys back in the 60s of old blues, like Fred McDowell and Son House and these people, and that's what lit me up. So I was more of a like, this, I just couldn't understand how these guys were so amazing. So I think that's why either that or Hank Williams and people like that, who was the country guys. So I always revert back to like acoustic music pretty much, And even when we play our shows, I'll play something, like an old Fred McDowell song or something like that, because I love how they Well, you made me weep and you made me moan when you caused me to leave my happy home. But someday you ain't gonna worry my life anymore. Well, you told everybody in the neighborhood how a dirty man treats you. He meant you no good. But someday you ain't gonna worry my life anymore.
Ooh.
I hang out. That's where I hang out.
Yes, that's yours. But that sounds so cool.
Did
you get that all? Yeah. That sounds so cool. So I love this. I feel like this, and it's interesting because I did the interview with James Bay the other day, and he said that when he needs to unlock a bit of himself, he picks up one of these.
Steel guitar,
yeah, and I think that's true for a lot of people, where this like unlocks a different thing sonically.
It even sounds so different, don't it? And this is like, I mean, it's just a piece of junk, but it's like from 1930, so I can't even imagine where it's been,
Yeah, like
Actually,
imagine who was playing this the first time.
Way back then, So and then I play like, I got this old thing I play a lot. And these old guitars, like, this is just an old beater from the 40s, but what a sound,
Ooh, this is a nice Gibson.
An old beater.
So what year do you reckon this was?
I think it's 1946 or so.
1946.
So these are my friends.
That's lovely. That's like a warm hug.
Yeah.
And this is well loved. Is this you, or do you reckon this was when you got it?
It was looking pretty bad when I got it a long time ago, so, you know.
And this bit here, it looks like someone's like taken a bite out of that. That is well loved.
You want to play it?
Yes, please. I'll swap
I'm
you.
going to take this. It's a way to get this out of your hand. Because I see a plan happening here, you know.
Wow. Ooh. Oh, it's got a real, like...
You could do anything with it because it's really cool.
Ooh, yeah, I like this. Steve's like, uh-oh.
It's got kind of heavy strings on it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
This seems to be my go-to today because I'm in the presence of Steve. I like bluesy. Wow. Wow.
But their history to me is such, so, I mean, I don't mean the real history, but like, where was this guitar in 1946, you know, it's like, or after the war, you know, it just trips me out, you know, like to think of who was playing it and where it was and why.
Like what they were writing about.
Yeah.
Like if they just got back from the war and this was their guitar, like what was going through their head.
Yeah, man, there's so much stuff, you know.
So cool.
This guitar over here, you can hold on to that. This is the oldest thing I have, but I don't know. Someone gave this to me like 50 years ago or something. It don't even have a name.
So it's got a joker in here.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Oh, there's a
yeah.
playing card here, so we've got a joker.
The only thing I've found in it is got a sticker in there that says Columbia. And I thought it was from an old 78 record. Someone just took the sticker off. But then someone said out in the turn of the century or World War I time, they made these cheap guitars, but I've only heard that once. I play this song almost every time we play a gig. We bring a girl up and sing to her.
Aww, I'm the girl. That's
You're the
what's
girl
happening
now.
today. And Ollie's not the girl, he's the guy.
You say jump, I'll say how high exactly you want me to jump to. Mm-hmm. You say walk, I will walk to the end of the line and back to you. My name is Steve and I'm your walking man. Yes, I. You say, boy, do you really love me? Well, I ain't got much words to say. Hey. Let me write my answer down in the sand by the waves. Hey, my name is Steve and I'm your staying man. Yes, I. My name is Steve and I'm your walking man. Yes, I am. Well, that's a...
Guys, anyone trying to get my attention now, that is we've leveled up. You need to be singing, my name is, whatever your name is, Chad, Brian, Barry. I want a song from now on. That's so cool, Steve. I bet people love that. So you do that every night, get someone up.
Pretty much. We've been
nice.
slowing down on it a little bit.
That's lovely. I bet the person remembers that forever. That's so special.
Yeah, you know, I don't remember quite how it started. It just, I know how it started. It was with that guitar and not a love song at all. Like, I was playing up in Scotland when I first started, and I couldn't reach the slide. It had fallen.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were sitting, and there was in a tent, and there was a girl there, and I go, "Can you grab my slide for me?" So she came up on the stage and gave me the slide. I thought, this is pretty fun.
You're like, sit down, Sharon. I'm going to sing to you.
Then all of a sudden I wrote this song for my wife, and then, yeah, we've played it, you know. I mean, I've done that like at Wembley, you know, and get a girl up, or I've done it. I had a girl come up to me lately, and we were playing, we had a new record just come out in the summer, and we were doing little in-stores at Rough Trade and stuff like that. And this girl comes up to me and she goes, "It's our 10-year anniversary." And she was with the guy, and I go, "Oh, congratulations." She goes, "No, I mean with you, me and you." I go, what? She goes, "Yeah, you sang Walkin Man to me at the Albert Hall."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "I did?"
Oh, that is so, so nice.
Yeah, it was really sweet, you know. And she goes, yeah, so people, it means something, I guess.
You've got anniversary, Steve, with people that you didn't even know.
No, I've sang it like 100 times.
They're marking it up on the calendar.
You know, but I try when we bring a girl up and I sing, I try to really mean it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh, that's lovely.
But that's this whole thing, you know, and it has cracks in the back, and in the summer, I think it's the summer or the winter, I can't remember, I can look through it and I can see
through
out
the
here.
Others. Oh my.
But now they're kind of shut up. I don't think I ever did nothing. They can get quite big sometimes.
So this really is a one-off. So you wouldn't, I mean, if someone wanted to get something like this, what do you even Google? Just like...
I have no idea.
It's just a real one-off.
But you know what, they're called parlor guitars because they're small, right?
Yeah, so you could
old parlor
maybe try
guitar.
and get the year or something. But yeah, this is so cool.
And it didn't have this. It didn't have anything. It had that, and I put the pickup on there, and then I made one of these, or got it, I don't even remember. So when I got it, I don't know, I don't remember when I did the pickup thing.
Well, it sounds great, and the cool thing about playing all of these amazing non-guitars and guitars is, like you say, like the fact that you can make it sound beautiful, like out of necessity. Those years ago when you were a kid and you're like, well, I've got one string today, or I've got 3 strings today, how can I make this sound beautiful? It's like finding the sweet spot, the tone. And I think it's quite an interesting thing for our Andertons audience, because obviously we're all about getting new gear and amazing tech and things like that, and you know, it's like it shows that you can find that simplicity in anything and then bring it to all of the amazing technology that we have now. But it's really cool that you just kind of like hone in on, I guess, like the bare bones of what it means to make a great song.
Yeah, and you know, I've tried to go buy new guitars before. I just haven't been able to do it very well. I mean, I like playing them, but I'm not such a great guitar player. What I'm more like, you know, what I think of myself more of as just like a song and dance man, you know, or maybe like I can write some songs, but more of an entertainer. I never thought of myself as a guitar slinger. So, so what I get more out of these old things is they're like friends.
Yeah.
And I know you can have a new guitar become your friend too. It's just that, you know, that these are not new. But I'm pretty sure sometimes I really want to go buy a new guitar because none of these work very good.
I'd be interested if we want to all go guitar shopping now as to what you'd be drawn to, because I wonder if you'd be drawn to like a modern kind of version of this, or I don't know.
A friend of mine has a new one of those. Yeah. He's come on tour with us, and it sounds great.
Yeah.
I don't know what brand it is, but it sounds really good. I could play that. But I sort of have a lot of guitars already.
You've got loads. Is there anything else that you want to play for us, Steve? I'm looking around.
This one over here is, I play this one every night too. This is a real old Dan Electro.
I love the way you've got, are you just using glitter pens.
Yeah, no, I put the glue on first and then dump
And then
glitter
you shake
over
it on.
and then let it dry and then go like that.
This, I used to like, as a kid, used to be obsessed with these, and I think my mum used to be like, oh my gosh, don't make a mess, but it's so fun to me that you have these on all the guitars, because that's like my dream as a kid, to be like, yeah, I'm just going to draw on all of it.
One good thing about all these weird guitars is it doesn't hurt to draw on them.
Or drop them. You're so casual about
Oh, yeah.
dropping them. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, most of them are,
They're all still standing.
yeah, sort of.
So what's this on here?
These are just some tractors.
Is it anyone you know, or just some pictures that you
These
made?
are, you know, I have actually I don't have, I just sold my last tractor. You know, I have tractors out here. I I used to work around here on the farms, but my wife didn't want me doing tractor work no more. Partly because I'm apparently getting too old to do tractor work, which is not totally true, but also I was having a hard time getting insurance.
Okay,
for-
yeah.
So,
Well, she sounds
but
very
anyway,
sensible,
yeah, I had one that looked like that, and then I had a newer one. My new one was from 1965. It was a 4020 John Deere.
And that's the newbie.
Yeah, that was a newbie. It was big too.
So this one, like, what era would this be from? Oh, can you see this?
I can't even see it myself.
That's on there.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Oh yeah, man, that's like down in the. And this is before, I think. I may look. I'll turn it around and look here because I gotta see. Yeah, they had steel wheels. So this is probably. It is a John Deere, but I can't see which year it's from. Maybe like this. My earliest one was 41, so this is probably in the 30s.
Wow. That's
This
so
was
cool.
one like mine one was like this
Yeah.
one. My older one from 1941. That's a model. I can't see. That's a model. It might be a Model B or Model A. Mine was a Model B.
We're getting such an education here, not just in guitars.
Really interesting about these guitars. They got tractors all over.
Next pub quiz I go to, and they'll be like, do you know what a 1930s tractor looks like? I'm like, I can spot one from a mile away, Carol.
I'm so good now.
So good now.
But this one, is just I have this. I have a lot of these in tunings, open tunings, right? So this one's I use in D tuning or whatever. Yeah, so just in tunings like that.
I like
you know?
that. That sounds really cool. So what's this that you have in here?
This is original guitar. It's an old. I think these are called lipstick pickups. You know, they still make these. So this is a Dan Electro, but I think it's like from 1959. I think so.
Wow.
So yeah,
Still
the new,
good.
they make all these still new now. I think they sound the same. This one's like good like a coffee table too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. I feel quite like awestruck by what we've seen. Can we show, I don't know if you want to show people, you know the one that you're fixing with the cowboy bits on it?
Oh yeah.
Can we get that one?
Yeah.
'Cause that's really cool.
That actually is a vintage guitar, isn't it? This thing is called a Diddley Bow.
So this has got a can of green giant sweet corn.
Yeah.
For the tone.
And this is a handle from a 75 Chevrolet van.
Which is just what every guitarist needs.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything, but I swear it looked good. And this is more Christmas decorations. And that's a can of Sterno, which is taking some hard blows. Sterno is like cooking, you know, it's like a cooking jelly.
Yeah.
So you open the can and light it and you can cook on it. Except for back in the day, people used to you get a can of Sterno if you were really down on your luck, and you could it's kind of a pink jelly, and you could squeeze it with your hand like this, and then alcohol will come out.
Wow.
So that's what they called it, the Pink Lady, because it's pink, and if you were really down on your luck, you could take it over a glass and take this. It's made for cooking, but you could get alcohol and then drink it.
Oh my God.
I never, ever Never.
Oh, well, so you plug into the Green Giant sweet corn. You need to see this. So you plug into the Green Giant because where else would you plug in?
No, it's, yeah, obvious.
And I want you to see the ground. That's the ground for the pickup. To keep it from buzzing.
And a $1 bill.
Yeah, $1 bill. And then, oh, maybe it's this one, huh?
Yeah.
Crank it. Let's do it.
Take the wire off an old broom. On the side of your house, got to find some room. Get 2 cans and a couple of nails. Hook up the wire and you're ready to sail. Come on. With only one string, you can't go wrong. So go ahead and make yourself a song. Make it kind of funky, everybody gonna know. You got yourself a Diddley Bow. A Diddley Bow all the time. Yeah, mother gonna have a good time. A Diddley Bow all the time. Yeah, mother gonna have a good time.
Yes!
Now you've heard
That
everything.
is so fun. I love that. I've never seen this before, Steve. That's the first and last time I'm ever going to be plugged into one of my 5 a day. That is wild.
The drummer, he starts it out boom, 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 like jungle beat, you know, and then people go crazy, like, you know.
That is amazing what you can do literally with one string.
And then I've thrown it too many times now, so it's a little sad.
It's a little bit sad, but wow.
I had to show you that because we play these things in front of 50,000 people.
Yeah.
We just played with Bruce Springsteen over in Belgium there, you know, and he come over and he was really like looking at all my stuff.
I bet he was thinking like,
he was so nice. He was such a gent, and he goes, I really like all your stuff. I go, you want to buy them? They're all for sale. I said $37.50 today. $37.50. Takes them all right now.
Oh.
He laughed at me. He goes, what's that? I go, yeah, man, this one's really the best one too. It's vintage.
It is amazing what you can do with these. Like, they sound just as good as like anything you can think of, because it's like it's in your soul and it's in.
You got to come and hear us play when we play.
We will. So you're going on tour from the 20th of October.
Yeah, till the 20th of November, or something like that.
We'll come down.
You got to come, because then you can see all this stuff in action. Plugged, and it's very loud.
Yeah, very, very,
At least we're very loud.
It's so cool. Well, thank you so much for showing us. This is, so when we got here, guys, Steve goes, I'm just working on something. He was fixing a guitar, and this is it. And I was taken to like the kind of like cowboy situation we have going on here. So
I think they make these again now. Gretsch does it, but I heard. But this is from 1950. This is actually one of the only like real guitars I have. Which, you know, I mean, like this one actually plays nice, I think.
Yeah, this
you probably like that one.
Gorgeous. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, this is pretty.
There's nice sound and everything.
Yeah, that's really pretty. So what are you fixing on it at the moment?
Oh, when I started playing it was buzzing.
Okay.
And so I found out that one of the tuners, the screw in there was loose, and so the tuner was just rattling back there. And so what I did is I just took some old wooden matchsticks and shredded them up and stuck them in the hole and then put the screw back in. And it's, you know, when you tighten it up, then you squirt the wood up again. It's all
So
tight
if
again.
anyone's on tour at the minute and they need a guitar tech,
I'm the guy, man.
Steve's the guy. He's pretty hard to get, but he's your man.
I would have been a really good guitar tech. I just didn't know it. And I could have
think you'd
used
be
the
really
job
good
too,
tech.
I can tell you. Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's so pretty. I love like the designs that they have on here as
Yeah,
well.
they got like cactus inlaid in there and stuff.
It's a Gretsch roundup, isn't it?
Yeah, 6130 maybe? 61 or something like that.
Let's hear it plugged in.
Plug it in, go on.
Get it in. I see.
What happened? Oh, there.
There you go, Steve.
You can, oh wait, maybe
You
this,
can play
you know
that.
what? I think this is not the one that you can, has to be the other way around. Because it's got such a, see the hole there so deep.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that your door is always open and your paths are free to walk. It makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words or bonds, some ink stains that have dried up on some line. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind. Yeah, it's a nice one.